Welcome to another early access release version of this week's video. We have some big releases for the week and all the important previews and announcements news. We've got you covered with all the undeveloped and non-polished videos here each and every week, so let's jump into it. Before we jump into the video, if you get value out of our early access content here, please click that subscribe button. Only 70% of people who watch the Oz Flight Sim channel are not subscribed. We are always on the outlook for more backers to the channel. This will help us improve and develop our early access content. Hopefully you can see at the lighter side of this channel, we don't take things too seriously on the Oz Flight Sim channel, except for all the big announcements and news. So let's jump into the video. Pre-flighting this week's previews and announcements, and the first one goes to the team over at Blackbird, formerly known as Milviz. They have suspended their development on the ATR 72 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. They were in development with the ATR 72-600 and it was to be an in-depth simulation of the aircraft, which was highly anticipated in the flight sim community. The team decided to place the project on hold due to the development costs, and they don't expect to recoup those after the release if they continued on. The decision was made due to the ATR from Asobo, which will be released soon, and it's expected to be a highly detailed aircraft at a lower price than what Milviz would have been able to do. Halfway through the development of the Blackbird ATR, the team were not happy with the 3D modeling, so they scrapped it and started again, and on top of that, the team would have taken another bunch of time to complete the project. The team will wait for the Asobo ATR to release and then reassess. For now, the project is on hold. The Just Flight team are back from their holiday break and they're geared up for an exciting 2023. The team will update us soon on other products such as FS Traffic, RJ and the F28 Fellowship, but for now Just Flight have launched the Fokker 70 and 100 on their development page. After a couple of teasers in 2022, now the development has reached to a point where the team are ready to share more. From the detailed descriptions over on the development page, we would expect the Fokker to be around about the same level of detail, if not more than the other recent projects from the Just Flight team, such as the RJ. Hopefully we'll see the Fokker before the end of the year, but it will be a big year for the Just Flight team as we are expecting to see the Tomahawk, the F28 and the RJ out during sometime during the year. Of course, we'll keep you posted on more Just Flight development news in our upcoming videos. Apex Gaming PCs and the Oz Flight Sim channel have partnered up to create a range of gaming flight sim PCs tailored to flight simulation pilots in mind. The private pilot and the commercial pilot range has been designed to provide a great frame rates if you are on a budget or if you're an experienced simmer and want to take your simming to the next level. You can even customize to suit your virtual pilot needs. Links in the description below if you want to check out the new range of Oz Flight Sim PCs, the private pilot and the commercial pilot. Taxiing over to this week's release news, and the team over at INI Builds have released another update for Heathrow. This time it is version 3. In this version of the airport, the team focused on bringing Heathrow up to the current status of the real world airport with additions to some new features and new tech. Heathrow Airport is one of the busiest airports in Europe and the world, thus making it a very popular destination for within the sim. New features including that version 3 is added a bunch and updated of the terminals, interior added in the ATC tower, added static people to a bunch of terminals and the ATC tower, added additional details to the terminal, bollards added to the terminal stands, improvements in the maintenance area, and a fully upgraded poly to match the current airport layout. Many other additional features than what I've just mentioned here in version 3, but you can pick up your copy of the INI Builds Heathrow directly from their store. I'll leave a link in the description below. Moving on to one of the most controversial releases in recent times, which is the Flight Sim Studios Embraer E175. In the lead up to Christmas, we've seen a bunch of teaser videos showcasing the E175 at its best, and sadly in the new year the team did bring us some news that the E175 will be released as a early access. This caused some division within the Flight Sim community, as many hoped a highly detailed release was going to be upon us, but actually it got the opposite. Others are more than happy to support a early access project. The early access has come with a statement by the team on why they have decided to go with an early access and what they have planned with releases of the E-Jet series. The team included the features which is included in the release and also which is not included and still in development. The current roadmap includes the first expected update, which is going to be released on the 24th of January. It's clearly easy to see that this project is in its very early development and the team still plans to bring a very detailed E175, but it's not expected to be at least 12 months of more development time. I will not be listing the features as I normally would when it comes to releases, but I encourage you to take a look at the E-Jet website from Flight Sim Studios and make your own informed decision of if it's worth for you supporting a early access model or just wait till more development time has been done and it's a more polished aircraft. Of course, we're going to keep you posted on all major updates on this project until the final release, but in my opinion, I think this is just the start of the early access making its way over to our niche of flight simulation. It's something that's been in the gaming industry for quite some time now, but it's finally making our way over, and this is probably just the start of it and something that we may need to get used to, but time will tell. We'll see what happens. And of course, I will leave a link in the description below of the Flight Sim Studios E175 page so you can take a look at all the details. In another aircraft release for the week, this one goes to the team over at Aerochasse. If I said that correctly, I probably messed it up. This week releasing the Tecnam P52. The Tecnam P52 is a light sport ultralight aircraft which has a high wing and a tricycle gear featuring a Rotax 912, which is a 100 horsepower engine. The Tecnam doesn't come with a feature list and there has been a first update since the release, which was only a few short days ago. If you are looking at picking this one up, I recommend doing your own research as there doesn't seem to be too much information about this release, but I will leave a link in the description below of one of our friends, which is Brett Plays over on his YouTube channel, as he gave it a first look. It's probably one of the best videos I've seen around of this particular Tecnam. I'll leave a link so you can directly go and jump over to them, and if you want to pick it up yourself, you can pick up the Tecnam P52 over on the Sim Market store. I'll leave a link in the description below. Lining up on the runway for this week's Sim update news, and the Microsoft team have been working hard on the first installment of the Alpha Uniform 1, which is the Aircraft Avionics Update 1, and it's going well. It's more advanced than it was originally expected by the team. The team has released a new beta this week that brings it to a version 1.30.11.0. The new build brings a bunch of general fixes and updates to the G3000, the TBM, the Longitude, and the CJ4. We're expecting to see the AAU1 released before the end of the month. After the release of the AAU1 World Update 12 featuring New Zealand is expected to release in February, and then also Sim Update 12, which is the only Sim update which is to be named so far this year, is expected to follow in March. Sim Update 12 will include the long-awaited support of the WASM for Xbox, and in the latest blog from Microsoft Flight Simulator they have mentioned it, so it looks like we will finally get WASM for our Xbox users, and hopefully we'll see some more aircraft make it your way after the release. This week on the InSim marketplace, we've seen 19 new releases of products. 7 of these are compatible with PC and 9 of these are compatible on Xbox. There's no new aircraft this week, but most of the products this week are made up of livery packs, night lighting enhancements, and airports. Thank you for getting this far in the video. Please hit that subscribe button. As I mentioned in our comical start of the video, 70% of people that watch the Oz Flight Simulator channel are not subscribed. By hitting the subscription button, it helps really support the channel to grow and help support myself. I'm going to leave you with another video we released earlier this week. If you are interested in hardware, we checked out a home-built Boeing Flight Simulator cockpit, and I will see you over there.